Hi, this is Carl, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about testing backups. Fundamentally, the single most important thing that you do for your clients is test backups. Why is that? Well, because at the end of the day, no matter whether it's fine-tuning this and that, or making sure printing works, or whatever little things that you do to make your clients successful, the most important thing you can ever do for them is to help them get back in business when something goes horribly wrong. We didn't used to have to worry about ransomware back before it didn't exist, but that's been a long time now. But you still have to worry about hard drives crashing, people accidentally deleting things, malicious employees, virus attacks. There's all kinds of stuff that can cause you to have to restore a company back from the brink. And the reason I say that restoring is the most important thing is that too many people in this industry have always set up a backup system and walked away. I've told people many times that in 25 years, every time I talk to a new client, there is exactly a 50% probability that their backup is not working. I go in and look at it. Maybe they've been switching disks for months, sometimes years. Back in the day where there were tapes, they would be switching tapes every day, every day, every day. But nobody was looking to see that the backup was actually finishing. And there's lots of reasons for this. There might have been a blip in the software. There might have been an update in the software. The server might be waiting for a reboot. Somebody changed the backup password, right? Or they used the administrator account as the backup account. So when that password changed, backup stops working. Every day, there's an error message nobody's seeing. A lot of people say, well, my BDR takes a snapshot every day, and I get a picture of the booted system, blah, blah, blah. That's all good, but it's not good enough. In backups, good enough never is. This is an area where you absolutely have to give the number one best job you can possibly give. I encourage you to have a system where you check every single backup every single day. That doesn't mean you have to do a restore every day, but somebody should log into every client system with a backup or a BDR and verify with their own eyes that it was successful last night. If the system says it was successful, take that on face value, but once a month, go in and actually restore from backup. There's a couple reasons for this. One is that, whether you trust them or not, all of these automated systems make mistakes. You can have great hardware, great software, but at the end of the day, it's human error that is responsible for bad backups 99% of the time. Somebody clicked the wrong switch, somebody didn't push the go button, something happened or didn't happen, and as a result, there's no actual backup. When you restore from backup every single month, you do a couple of things. First of all, you demonstrate absolutely and definitively that you are getting a backup and that you know how to restore it. Second, you get your technicians used to the fact that this is how this BDR works, this is how this backup system works, this is what a restore looks like. So when there's a ransomware, when there's a crisis, when there's a problem and there's lots of stress and the client is losing money every minute, this is not the first time you've seen the restore process. This is not the first time that you have seen how to pick specific files and make sure that they're working, make sure that you have the right medium or the right version. You need to train yourself and your technicians to make sure that you are very comfortable with it so that when something goes south, you can get it straightened out again. Again, 50% of the new clients that I see don't have a working backup, whether they think they do or not. I'll bet that your numbers are very similar. A few years ago, I had a coaching client who called me and said, I have to cancel our appointment because we discovered that one of our clients' backups wasn't working, and now we have to go create a project to go test every single backup. And all I could think of is, you should have been doing this every single month for every single client. There is nothing more important than making sure that the ultimate thing that they're paying you for is being done. And this is a perfect example of the philosophy of slow down, get more done. I know it takes time, I know it takes effort, but if you do this one thing, you will never be in a situation of facing a failed backup again for the rest of the history of your company. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Polachuk, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business.
Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so you can be notified when we post a new video.